Yashodanandana Vrjanarajana Yashodanandana Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Nashra Pray Shabhadreshu Bhagavata Sevaya
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya
Bhagavati Uttama Shloke
Bhagavati Uttama Shloke
Bhagavati Naistiki Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Ayo. Oh, wow. People doing multitasking. Same time, class time, something, and then at least the mics will be muted. What? Which one you said? 3.5.3. Not well. Yes. What is the shloka number?
4.
Huh?
4.
4. तदसाधुवर्यादिशवर्त्मशं नः सम्रादितो भगवान् येन पुंसाम् हृदि स्थितो यच्छति भक्तिपूते ज्ञानं स तत्त्वादिगमं पुराणम् तदसाधुवर्यादिशवर्त्मशं नः तदसाधुवर्यादिशवर्त्मशं नः सम्रादितो भगवान् येन पुंसाम् सम्रादितो भगवान् येन पुंसाम् हृदि स्थितो यच्छति भक्तिपूते ज्ञानं स तत्त्वादिगमं पुराणम् तदसाधुवर्यादिशवर्त्मशं नः सम्रादितो भगवान् येन पुंसाम् हृदि स्थितो यच्छति भक्तिपूते ज्ञानं स तत्त्वादिगमं पुराणम् तदसाधुवर्यादिशवर्त्मशं नः सम्रादितो भगवान् येन पुंसाम् हृदि स्थितो यच्छति भक्तिपूते हृदि स्थितो यच्छति भक्तिपूते ज्ञानं स तत्त्वादिगमं पुराणम् तत्साधुवर्यादिशवर्त्मशं नः सम्रादितो भगवान् येन पुंसाम् हृदि स्थितो यच्छति भक्तिपूते ज्ञानं स तत्त्वादिगमं पुराणम् तत्साधुवर्यादिशवर्त्मशं नः सम्रादितो भगवान् येन पुंसाम् हृदि स्थितो यच्छति भक्तिपूते ज्ञानं स तत्त्वादिगमं पुराणम् तत्साधुवर्यादिशवर्त्मशं नः सम्रादितो भगवान् येन पुंसाम् हृदि स्थितो यच्छति भक्तिपूते ज्ञानं स तत्त्वादिगमं पुराणम् तदसाधुवर्यादिशवर्त्मशं नः सम्रादितो भगवान् येन पुंसाम् हृदि स्थितो यच्छति भक्तिपूते हृदि स्थितो यच्छति भक्तिपूते ज्ञानं स तत्त्वादिगमं पुराणम् तत्साधुवर्यादिशवर्त्मशं नः सम्रादितो भगवान् येन पुंसाम् हृदि स्थितो यच्छति भक्तिपूते ज्ञानं स तत्त्वादिगमं पुराणम्
सम्रादितो भगवान् येन पुंसाम् हृदि स्थितो यच्छति भक्तिपूते ज्ञानं स तत्त्वादिगमं पुराणम् सम्रादितो भगवान् येन पुंसाम् हृदि स्थितो यच्छति भक्तिपूते ज्ञानं स तत्त्वादिगमं पुराणम् Puranam. Tassadu Varyadi Shvatma Shamna. Samradito Bhagavanena Pumsa. Tridistito Yashati Bhakti Pute. Jnanam Satatva Jigamam Puranam. Tatsadu Varyadi Shvatma Shamna.
Sadhuvarya Dishavartma Shamnaha
Samradito Bhagavanena Pumsa.
Radito Magavanena Pumsa
Tridistito Yashati Bhakti Pute.
Hridisito Yachati Bhakti Pute
Jnanam Satatva Jigamam Puranam.
Jnanam Satatva Nikamam Puranam Tat. Therefore, Sadhuvarya, O great among the saints, Adisha, please instruct. Vartma, Tapa, Shama, auspicious. Naha, for us. Samraditaha, being perfectly served. Bhagavan, the personality of Godhead. Yena, by which. Pumsam, of the living entity. Hridhi Sitaha, residing in the heart. Yachati, over Bhakti Pute, unto the unalloyed devotee. Jnanam, knowledge. Sa, that. Tattva, truth. Adigamam, by which one learns. Puranam, authorized. Therefore, a great sage, please give me the instruction on the transcendental devotional service of the Lord, so that he who is situated in the heart of everyone can be pleased to impart from within knowledge absolute in terms of ancient Vedic principle, delivered only to those who are purified of the process of devotional service. Therefore, O great sage, please give me instruction of the transcendental devotional service of the Lord, so that he who is situated in the heart of everyone can be pleased to impart from within knowledge of absolute truth in terms of ancient Vedic principle, delivered only to those who are purified by the process of devotion service. Hare Krishna. Yes. Hare Krishna Saporiji. So forth.
Hare Krishna. Sir, am I audible?
Yeah.
Purport. As already explained in the first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, the absolute truth is realized in three different phases, although they are one and the same in terms of followers' capacity to understand. The most capable transcendentalist is the pure devotee of the Lord, who is without any tinge of fruitive actions or philosophical speculation. By devotional service, only does one's hearts become completely purified from all material coverings like karma, jnana, and yoga. Only in such purified stage does the Lord, who is seated in everyone's heart with the devotional soul, give instruction so that the devotee can reach the ultimate destination of going back home, back to Godhead. This is confirmed in Bhagavad Gita 10.1. Tesam satata yuktanam bhajatam. Only when the Lord is satisfied with the devotional service of the devotee does he impart knowledge, as he did for Arjuna and Uddhava. The Jnanis, Yogis, and Karmis cannot expect this direct cooperation of the Lord. They are not able to satisfy the Lord by the transcendental loving service, nor do they believe in such service to the Lord. The bhakti process, as performed under the regulative principles of Vaidhi Bhakti or devotional service, following the prescribed rules and regulations, is defined by the revealed scriptures and confirmed by great acharyas. This practice can help the neophyte devotee to the rise to the stage of Raga Bhakti, in which Lord responds from within as the Chaitanya Guru. or the spiritual master as super consciousness. All transcendentalists other than devotees make no distinction between the individual souls and the super souls because they miscalculate the super consciousness and the individual consciousness to be one and the same. Such miscalculation by the non-devotees makes them unfit to receive any direction from within, and therefore they are bereft of the direct cooperation of the Lord. After many births, when such a non-dualist comes to sense, then the Lord is worshipable, and the devotee is simultaneously one and different from the Lord, and only can he surrender unto the Lord. Vasudeva. Pure devotional service begins from that point. The process of understanding the absolute truth adopted by the misguided non-dualist is very difficult, whereas devotees' ways of understanding the absolute truth comes directly from the Lord, who is pleased by devotional service. On behalf of many neophyte devotees, Vidura, at the very first instance, inquired from Maitreya about the path of devotional service by which the Lord, who is seated within the heart, can be pleased. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namini. Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisheshaya Shunyavadi Ashad Deshatharini. Jayo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Tatu sadhu varya dishavartma shamnaha samradito bhagavan yena pumsa hridisito yachati bhakti pute jnanam sutattva digamam puranam. Therefore, O great sage, please give me instruction on the transcendent devotional service of the Lord, so that he who is situated in the heart of everyone can be pleased to impart from within knowledge of the absolute terms of ancient Vedic principles, delivered only to those who are purified with the process of devotional service. Only to those who are purified by the devotional service. So Bhagavad Gita also Krishna says, Yesham tatata yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam tadami buddhi yogam tam yenamam upayantite. Prabhupada says in simple words, Krishna does not speak to the nonsense. Simple word. That is hard word. Another place Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Naham prakasha sarvasya. Why is it so? We understood many times this point. Because we cannot handle this presence. Like scientists, why is it this? First, the scientists, they cannot see the Lord because they want to exploit the truth. They don't want to know the truth. They're not going to do any service anywhere. You just think of the history of mankind. When they explored any country, just like Columbus did, he was a very extremely cruel person, because what he did, government had to remove him. He tortured. When they went to America, Native Americans, they welcomed them by fruits and flowers. But what did they do? They killed them, they tortured them, exploited them. Correct? That's what they did. In fact, even the country had to remove him as a head. This is how the history goes. So when we are exploring, either physically or intellectually anything, our general intention is to exploit, not to do any good. That's how we are, individually and collectively. We are looking, exploring in this world for what? Can I exploit something? Prabhupada says in very simple terms, everybody in this world is actually looking for a victim to exploit. That's all it is. Sex is also nothing but that only. Sex means grab and exploit. And there's no love in that. It's only lust. They say no love at first sight. There is psychologists I also proved there is no love at first sight. It's only lust at first sight. They have also proven by their own method. So we are all exploring in this world to grab something and exploit and enjoy. Correct? It's basically lusting tendency. Definitely you cannot lust on God. He kicks on your face. Correct? You cannot grab him to enjoy. He kicks on your face. You cannot therefore see God. Therefore, nobody can see God in this world. Why? Because we are not ready. Premanjana churita bhakti vilochanena sadeva yeshu vilokayana. Premanjana. When only your eyes are anointed with tears of love of Krishna, then only you can see the Lord. That means you have to develop a proper attitude before you go to the Lord. Listen, no, he's the attitude problem. All of us have attitude problem. Therefore, we cannot see the Lord. Suppose somebody's attitude problem, you not go to him. Shri Radha Govind ki, would you like to be sit with somebody with attitude problem, doesn't like you, hates you, not go to him. Meet him formally and go. Right? So we all have attitude problem. Therefore, Krishna doesn't come in front of us because we can just not handle his presence. He knows that. He doesn't make mistake in that. No, Krishna, actually, if you come, I will be very kind. Krishna knows there's some problem with you. And you just imagine we are not able to see the Lord. What is greater misfortune? We are all very, very proud of ourselves, but we are so wonderful that Krishna cannot come in front of us, even though he loves us so much, because we have some problem. And we don't agree we have any problem. We are special. We get some fools to say you're special and we start believing in it. And Krishna kicks on your face. You're so special that I cannot even come in front of you. Right? But all of us think we are really special. Yeah, really special to have messed up so nicely, to sit in the middle world, in one of the millions of middle world, in a Martyaloka, sitting there. And I am special. Okay. Now, in trying to know the Lord, therefore, there will be various stages. The first stage is the scientist trying to explore the world, but still the spirit of enjoyment. They can understand nothing except the gross matter. Nothing. They may be very proud, but their knowledge doesn't, they're not having access to anything beyond gross matter, of which they understand little, not much. If they understood everything, that would have been separate matter. But they don't get it. Okay, we give them due recognition for that. That's it, nothing more. The next stage comes the transcendentalist, who are able to understand not body, I'm soul. Well, still the focus is myself. Aham, aham, aham brahmasmi, tattamasi. Thinking about only themselves. They cannot think about the Lord. When you tell them you're nothing, they can't hear that. They come to any Vaishnava temple, what will say? You're nothing. They can't hear that. Aham, aham, I. They themselves don't know in 1 hour how much time they say I. They just themselves don't know. Swakatha. There are two kinds of katha, Krishna katha and swakatha. The devotee will not like to hear swakatha. He immediately wants to change the topic. Suppose somebody talks about himself. Can you change the topic? Let us talk about Krishna. Correct? We gather together to talk about Krishna. But sometimes unconsciously we only talk about ourselves. Aham mameti Krishna. And the next class so these people are also unfit for Krishna talking to them because they're only thinking about themselves. But better than a karmi who is only involved in sense enjoyment. And among karmis are scientists. Asuravarya. Tadasaduvanye Asuravarya Dehinam. Prahlad Maharaj says, my dear father, best of the Asura. So this scientists may be best of the karmis. They're best among them because they're given more respect and their government also says we need scientists. They're one level of people. In the forest, one animal worships a bigger animal. That's how they are. And they are happy by claps of smaller animals. Big animals are very happy. When a big animal walks in the forest, the small animals move around in respect. And they are happy with that. But next class comes transcendentalists who are jnanis. And they understand we are not body, we are soul. Better than the karmis. Still better are the yogis who meditate on the Paramatma to some extent. Now they're entering spirituality actually. and the greatest Brahman, Paramatma, and the Bhagwan, who are actually thinking about serving the Lord. Many people, even so-called worshippers of God, they may go to temple, but they're thinking about themselves. My Lord, I want this. My Lord, they're not thinking about God. I gave an example many times. There is a person in Bangalore, quite a rich person. When he comes to Bangalore, it's mob. Therefore, when I want to meet him, I don't meet him in Bangalore. I go to Bangalore and meet him. There he's sitting peacefully. Here it is impossible. He's mob. And he told me once that whole day I was sitting, people are telling me a sob story. But that's the general tendency to exploit. So they want to exploit him. Nobody's bothered about it. This is the problem. Okay, I'll give you 20,000. Okay, this is the problem. Okay, I'll give you 1 lakh. He's very charitable, gives charity. And people go to him with their sob stories. Then what happened? He was telling me, whole day I was sitting, I had not taken a glass of water, I had not eaten something. Nobody bothered about that. Everybody had gone how to exploit. Correct? Suppose you have a rich uncle, powerful uncle, what do you think? How to exploit. We are in this world only expert at exploiting other people, searching for a victim. Krishna will not come at that moment. Krishna only comes. Ye yatha mam prapadyante tam tataya bhajam. To the degree you surrender, that degree I will reciprocate. Krishna, unless there is love and surrender, we cannot feel the presence of the Lord. So many times people feel that why is Krishna not doing this, why Krishna is doing that. They forget one thing. There is no problem on the other side. Problem is on your side. Most of the time in the courses we have question answer session, people just blame God. Why did God create this world? Why? See, there is no problem for his side. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vishishyate. There is no problem from his side. If there is a problem, there is a problem from our side. Where is the problem? Problem from our side. Correct? That is what the problem is. Not that from Krishna's side, then he's perfect. His arrangements are perfect. Prabhupada says Krishna manages both material world and spiritual world without a single mistake. No mistake. So if there is a problem for us to realize God, it is from our side, not from his side. His side is perfect. Correct? There cannot be any situation, there is any problem from Krishna's side. So therefore, all is from our side. There is the only problem is me. When I look at that, then I try to correct myself. Till the time I'm thinking I'm perfect, nobody can counsel you also. Somebody says you should not be spoken like this, the people will blow up because he's not understanding if there is any problem in spiritual life, that is from my side. And there are problems. I can't see Krishna. I read in Nectar Devotion, waves and ripples of love of Krishna. I don't know what they are. Just hearing theoretically. Correct? So why I'm not able to experience the problem from my side. Bhagavatam says, when you hear name of Krishna and your heart doesn't burst in ecstasy, it's only because your heart is steel frame. What is that? Steel frame. So proper is not that heart is made of steel, but it says anyway, they had some metallic knowledge one time. They had some knowledge. It says in the purport, don't think they didn't have knowledge. The second thing proper says is that means actually heart is full of offenses. And the heart is full of offenses, it becomes like a stone or a steel. That even if you hear Krishna Nama, heart doesn't burst in love. Right? Correct? You talk to a mother who lost a child, just utter the name of the child, tears come from the eyes. I've seen that. One lady used to come to temple by mistake. If you just ask, how's your son? That's it, tears start. She cannot stop. Even I had a very interesting instance, visited somebody's house, and the man was 85-year-old. And I was talking to the grandchild who was my student. I visited their house, so they're chit-chatting with me. So I just saw a picture. Definitely I guessed that man's wife. So that's your wife? Even yes. Yeah, he started crying immediately. So that's the nature. If you love somebody, immediately you cry, whatever it is. Correct? And we say we love Krishna, and no tears come. There was one example. There were various associates of Lord Chaitanya. There are various Vasudeva. There was one Vasudeva. Now he was actually Vasudeva Datta. He was the king. He was fanning the king. And somebody was fanning the king. He was a physician of the king, Ayurvedic doctor. Huh? I think he was a physician. Okay. And he saw, anyway, the message is most important. He saw the peacock feather. And just by seeing peacock feather, he had so much memory of Krishna, love of Krishna, that he fell on the ground unconscious. Inside the heart, always volcano is going on. For us, always inside the heart, volcano of lust is going on. Suddenly, we see a lustful object, we lose control and become totally agitated. That is normal karmi, isn't it? Heart is roaming with love, boom, boom, volcano is bubbling. And suddenly we see a beautiful girl or some another thing and lose control and people become crazy. Just like inside the heart, desire to smoke is going on. And you see a cigarette, you run and smoke. That's how people do sinful activities, correct? And inside the heart desire to drink is going on. You see the liquor bottle, you drink. That's how people do sinful activity because inside the heart already it is compromised. Okay? The same way a devotee's heart, it says, just like a lusty man always looks around for his object of lust, same way a devotee is always looking for Krishna. And in his heart, always intense prayers to the Lord, love of Krishna is going on. And moment, like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was at Vrindavan, somebody blew a flute. Boom, flute sound. And Chaitanya heard that and he fainted, became unconscious. See? So that is what the instance of devotees. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had intense love of Krishna is going on. He enters the Jagannatha temple, one step, two step, third step, boom, unconscious. Right? So that is how a heart has to become softened up. And that can only happen by pure devotion service. This karmis jnanis, karma kanda, jnana kanda, kevala vishera bhanda. Karmis jnana is nothing but pots of poison. Always looking for their own gratification. Therefore, in society, many people, and in fact, parents also do that blunder, sometimes even devotee parents, they only give two bijas to their child, karma bija and jnana bija. My dear child, you should be successful because value system doesn't change. Just like in the blood, same karmi blood is running, same karmi attitudes are running. See that person, he's so rich, he's so famous. That's karma bija. That's all parents generally give to their child, including I've seen many times, mostly devotee parents also. They like the child to be rich and famous and successful. Only that's their first priority. And the next thing is Jnana Bija. No, very knowledgeable, very famous. So this kind of thing we keep throwing in people's heart. And society, that's the only thing people are selling. Once I was sitting in a college. So what happened was, actually, that was the place we used to have class. So college ends at 12 o'clock on Saturday. 2 o'clock, I used to have my class. So I was just taking my nap there, just lying in that place. So very nice garden. I had classes in the morning and I was a little tired, so I was just relaxing. Suddenly, that place nobody comes generally. Suddenly, I saw when I just opened my eyes, somebody else is taking his class, and he was teaching network marketing as a fool's paradise. It is many youngsters get cheated into that. You make crores out of nothing. That's what he was telling. You buy one product and then you get this much commission, you sell to 10. You must have heard some of you, network marketing. And you can get crores of rupees without doing any work. He was making a presentation like that, and he succeeded in selling product to 30, 40 fools there. And I remember when I opened my eyes, people are hearing him as if they are stone. They were not moving 1 inch. Eyes are open, mouth was open, and they're hearing like that. Because he's telling you can make money without any work. So that's my excitement is there. That's my excitement. So it depends what you want to hear, what you want to achieve. Most of the people, when they throw karma jnana bija, because already we are addicted to these stuff, we hear with great attention. And that's what people are selling. What is selling? Karma bija and jnana bija. Person goes to school at 5 years of age, comes out at 25 years. Why he works for 20 years? Why he works for 20 years? He should question himself. He's working for 20 years only with one objective. In the beginning, by danda. He has no choice. He doesn't want to go to school, a small child. He just pushed to go to school. But later he's working as he grows up, 12, 13 years, so that when he gets 25 years, he'll make nice money and he'll enjoy comfort and luxuries of life. There is no God in his focus at all. There is no God in focus at all. So similarly, Jnana Bija also, the person is also having only that focus. Only that focus. I'll be working, I'll learn this thing, I'll learn that thing, and I'll be known as a knowledgeable man in this world. Again, there is no God in his focus at all. So when we are planning for ourselves and our children, please bring God to your focus, not yourself to the focus, your child to the focus. That is secondary. Bring Krishna to the focus. Why should Krishna participate in this? There was somebody nagging me. See, I want to marry a girl from other caste. What our dharma say? So I said, please don't ask this question because there is no dharma here. When there is no God, there is no dharma. He could not understand. 2, 3 times he was chatting with me. I said, see, try to understand why you're asking me this question. You asked me the question if Krishna is involved in it. Where is Krishna involved? Please tell me. Same caste or opposite caste? Where is Krishna? Where is dharma in all this thing? Why ask such a question to me? You deal with other people. Why you're asking such a question? Where is dharma involved in this? Correct? So people think this is dharma. There's nothing to. Where is God involved in that even question of it? His analysis. So something which is very obvious we don't understand. Devotee means he's thinking of pleasure of the Lord. Therefore, even the worshipper of God sometimes may not be a devotee of the proper standard. They are worshippers, but they have no focus on the Lord. Is the Lord comfortable? How is the Lord? Once Srila Prabhupada visited a temple and he asked a question to the pujari. Is the Radha Krishna deities happy? Is Krishna happy? The pujari was like, huh? So much we are thinking about himself, we're doing aarti, but we are not thinking about the Lord. Is the Lord comfortable? My Lord, are you comfortable? Lord, I don't know how to serve you, but I hope you accept my service. That's all. That's how we offer bhoga, that's why we offer aarti. But we're not doing that, we're thinking about ourselves. Half an hour more now, then I can take some rest. Now, what we're going to eat in the evening today? Okay. That service Krishna will not throw away because you are doing as a servant of Guru, but it's not pleasing to Krishna. It's not pleasing. Correct? Understand? It's not very pleasing. So to make a service very pleasing to Krishna, it should be done with the proper attitude. अतः श्री कृष्ण नामाधि न भवेत् ग्राह्यमिन्द्रियै सेवोन्मुखे हि जीवादौ स्वयमेव स्फुरति अतः अतः श्री कृष्ण नामाधि. Nothing about Krishna, his name, another thing. Na bhavet grayam indriyai, cannot be understood by the gross senses. Sevon mukhe jivano, but only when we develop service spirit, swayame baspurati adaha, Lord is revealed automatically. So all depend on the service spirit. And the seva bhav actually is what the temple should have. Devotee in the temple should have seva bhav. And that's what people come to expect. When they look at a devotee, what they think of it? Seva bhav. And how much service spirit is there. Correct? I remember when I went to Udupi temple in the evening, 7 o'clock, they have a beautiful arti. Those who are in Bangalore, do visit at that time when the corona reduces a little more. And it's very nice. Beautiful arti is done by the sannyasi there. At the end of that, he comes to pay obeisance. Whole crowd looks at him. Oh, what? Seva bhav. Correct? They are taking him as the ideal of a seva bhav. He has seva to the Lord. Correct? He wants to serve the Lord. Paying obeisance. Obeisance is not very respected in society. If somebody paying obeisance is useless. But to the Lord, somebody is paying obeisance. As people look at him, look at his seva bhav. I've seen whole audience will be looking with great respect. Correct? Expected to have seva bhav. Sevonmukhe jiva. Now, to the degree we have seva bhav, Prabhupada says again and again, in many purpose, to that degree Krishna reciprocates. To that degree Krishna reveals himself. To that degree you have service spirit. So all that determines is that. And that is what is actually real transcendental. Because the scientists lack seva bhav, Even though they may be seeking to know the truth, they don't come to know anything about the truth. For them, the personality of the truth personified, the God will not reveal himself because they have no seva bhava. Prabhupada says one place, if you are sincere, one day you will see Krishna, like Queen Kunti did, and offer your worshipable feelings. What do we think? We see Krishna as if I am equal to him. Then Krishna will not come. Even if he comes, what you will do? You have no seva bhava. What is the use? But Queen Kunti, if you are in a proper heart, she offers worshipable feeling. She offered prayers to the Lord with so much heart. Do I have those prayers ready in my heart? Do I have those feelings ready in my heart? So, okay, I know now, I'm not ready now. Can you sing like Queen Kunti? Namasya Purusham Tvadyam Ishvara Prakate Para Alaksham Sarva Bhutana Antarvahi Avasitam Maya Javanika Achannam Agna Dokshadamavayam Nalakshase Mudadasha Nato Natyadharo Yata Tata Paramahamsanam Muninam Amalatmanam Bhakti Yoga Vidhanartham Katham Pashem Hi Sriya. Full of knowledge. Look at the prayers. Full of knowledge, full of devotion, full of humility. My Lord, you are only revealed to the Paramahamsas. My Lord, you are only revealed to the people who are purified in the heart, Amalatmana. You are only revealed to the great sages. What about me? I am just an ordinary woman. She is so humble. She is not so proud. I am a great devotee. What do you think of yourself? That's what we are. Why will Krishna come to you? You stay in your pride element, and when the time of death, all Yamaraja doesn't see. You are Prabhujis, you are Mahaprabhujis, you are whatever you call yourself, Bada Prabhujis. You are a sannyasi, you are brahmachari. Yamaraj is not seeing you. You are a man, or you are a woman, you are black, you are Indian, you are American, you are Russian. Yamaraj is not seeing that. He only sees the placement department, where to place it. Correct? And he places you properly, exactly without a mistake. And if needed some work on a kadai. So generally for devotees, work on a kadai is not there. Uh, that he doesn't do for devotees. After the Ajamila Leela, he knows Vishnudas will beat him. He says, they're very powerful. And they don't have to follow anybody. Vishnudas protect devotees. Devotees are protected. But we should become sincere devotee. Not that it is embarrassing. And Prabhupada, we are hearing one thing. We are all disturbance. So much disturbance we are creating for the Lord. We are all thinking we are very proud. We are very special. We are God sent gift to the earth of the Lord. But fact may be, we're just a headache for the Lord. Oh my God. For both Guru Krishna are always together. Again, oh my God. Again, I is doing that. Again, oh, just like a notorious child. Every time parents get a bad news. Oh, what did he again beat it? What happened? What happened? They're expecting something more he did bad. What happened? What did he do? Oh my God, now how to save him? They're affectionate, they're protecting him, but every day a mess secrets. Correct? How is it? What he did? What he did? Again he did that. And it's a mess every day. And for a good child, oh, what did he do? Oh, really? Huh? He did that also. Every day good news. So what kind of news you're giving to Krishna? Good news or again? Oh my God, again. That's we should think what kind of news we are giving to Krishna. Correct? News Krishna says. He knows everything directly, indirectly. He's being reported and he's sitting at the heart. He knows directly also. So many ways Prabhupada says directly, indirectly. Janmadhyasya charteshu vigna swarat. Krishna is avigna, conscious both directly and indirectly. Avignaha. So what kind of news we are giving to Krishna? Very happy news, a very sad news again. Mostly sad news. Okay? So let us give happy news to Krishna. Then Krishna will reveal himself and then he'll give us guidance. Don't you think somebody is sincere will give guidance? So Krishna give guidance. What kind of guidance? How we can reach him. Yena ma upayanti te tesham satayuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam yena ma upayanti te. What kind of knowledge? Not by which you become very famous man in this world. Not by which you become rich man in this world. That is secondary. By which you become a pure devotee. We see the history of the world. Chaitanya Prabhu asked Ramananda Raya, which is the most famous person? Yeah? What did Ramananda Raya say? A devotee. And you look at the history of the world, isn't that true? In Karnataka, we remember all the great saints, even hundreds of, we remember Madhvacharya, even to this day, around 800, 900 years or over. We remember Kanakadas, Purandaradas, even today. Aren't they the most famous? People remember them with great heart. There are so many rich people in this state also. Do anybody remember them? Maybe once I mentioned, but nobody remembers with heart. Okay. So you look at even the history of the world, not only here, all around the world, the great saints are the one whose memory is kept for all the time. That's what Bali Maharaj says. Only the fame remains. Let me give everything to this Vaman Deva. Fame remains. The body will die one day, but fame will remain. Let me work at least to become famous. Correct? And what the greatest fame? Like Bali Maharaj surrendered everything to the Lord. That's the greatest fame. That will be remembered. Other things, ephemeral for 2, 3 or joker relatives for satisfying them. I remember when I became brahmachari, practically all people are sad. All men are dead. That happened. My parents said, why you're sad? You're very proud. But people are so sad. So if you want to satisfy jokers in this world and you get engrossed in satisfying a child does something so that I get jokers get satisfied, then you will not be able to progress really. We have to win in the eyes of the Lord, not in the eyes of the fools. Correct? And that is where we get lost. It takes a lot of courage to do things which win in the eyes of the Lord. The same way we know, even for success of the great devotees, great acharyas, uh, Prahlad Maharaj, what was it? He was successful, Prahlad Maharaj, because Narsimhadeva said, he asked Narsimhadeva, can you forgive my father? So Prahlad Maharaj said, Father? Narsimhadeva says, Father, 21 generations I forgive. 21 generations I'm liberating now. 21 generations. So want to do service to the parents, instead of thinking of claps of fools, think of satisfying the Lord. 21 generations the parents are liberated. Correct? But you push your child to the path of so-called success and money in this world. What is going? Some fools may clap, and you are also interested because many people have legs on two boats together. Two boats together. They want to be successful and materially, and also be known in both society. They want to be known as successful. In spiritual society, also they want to be successful, and material society they also want to be successful. You have to make a choice. You put legs on two boards, you're going to fall. Correct? But you have to, therefore, think of becoming successful in the spiritual life if you are intelligent. Because how long it will last? Even so-called relatives will not be living tomorrow. And what's the value of their class? But when we are weak in spiritual life, that somebody I was telling very interestingly. I met a cloth merchant in Bangalore. He is very rich and famous. So I asked him, you all branded clothes shop? He said, yes. Tell me, I buy unbranded cloth that come for half the rate, even less than that. And I buy a branded shirt. What's the difference? Is the difference is only 1920? Just not even 1% difference. Then why if people want branded cloth? He said, see, the difference is because they are low esteem. We told the full analysis. By wearing branded clothes, they show that brand. Just like I remember, one boy was going for a party. His father was telling, today from the iPhone, he's removed the cover and went. He said, why? Because he wanted everybody to know that he has iPhone. So these brands, people, somehow they live by that. So you want to live by fool's kind of clap, or you want to live by pleasure of the Lord. You have to make a distinction. No, don't try to put leg on both the boards. It will not work. And that is what will spoil your spiritual life. Let us forget this thing. And our own mind is also a picture like that. Usraja. We have to tell our own mind, get lost. And so-called claps of fools and rascals, get lost. I'm not interested. Correct? Then you can actually become fixed term. Shraddha, Shabde, Vishraj, Hudadane, Shaya, Krishna Bhakti, Kaile, Sadhava, Karama, Krita, Haya. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, that is the beginning of Shraddha, beginning of spiritual life is, if I satisfy Krishna, my life will be successful. That determination we should have. And once you're distracted by so-called claps of fools, then actually you cannot progress in spiritual life. Then it becomes very difficult. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat
Dandavat
Pranam.
Pranam.
Hare
Dandavat
Krishna
Pranam
Prabhuji,
Prabhuji.
Sastam Dandavat Pranam.